Hey folks, so yesterday Kix came to the game, which is the third marquee in the Galactic Legend Hondo marquee set. And CG has been doing this thing where sometimes the characters don't have a particular pack associated with them other than the 2-3 pack. Sometimes they have an Ascension, sometimes they have a Slice a bundle. Kix just happens to have a Slice a bundle, and this one is, well, it's interesting. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Okay, so Kix is in the game. He's kind of cool, actually. And he's usable because, well, of the new game changes that allow us to relic him, even though we haven't gotten them up to 7 stars. I am 5 starring the character, and as a point of interest, because I know people notice, my days spending has reset because I did buy the episode pass. And again, my goal is to get him to 5 stars and just go from there for now so that I can use him in the raid, maybe make that a little bit easier. And 'cause, honestly, he looks badass. I really, for a clone, I do really like the model, and it does make me want to 7 star him, but it's not happening. Anyway, we have a slice a bundle for him, and I, I just, please, whatever you do, I don't care if you want Zetas or Omicrons. Please do not buy this thing. Holy crap. I normally, right? We all have talents. We all are good at things. We're all bad at things. And one of my talents is, at least for this game, is that when people post and say, "How long until I get a GL?" I actually am pretty good at coming up with a fairly um, consistent, fairly accurate's the right word, estimation. My other, yes, advantage, the other thing that I'm good at is that I can look at a deal and I just get a feeling, hey, this is a great deal, or hey, this is not a great deal, at least in terms of what CG is trying to sell us, because I know there will people being saying, well, these are digital goods and they're nothing's a good deal, and that's fine, but you can't have a conversation with that, right? So we are going to head over to my spreadsheet, and I'm just going to kind of show you what I mean here, right? So let's hit on over. There's our handy dandy spreadsheet. We have our Kix Ascension over here. And essentially, as a reminder, actually, before we do this, new marquees, we value them at 167 crystals per shard. However, the newest marquee we value a little bit lower at 139. And the reason that we do that is because of the packs available at the time and because of the surge packs. It does, if you're only looking for the marquee, if you only want those shards, you are able to get it at a little bit of a discount, especially if you're doing the 7-day trick to get them to 7 stars and not just buying them outright on day one, right? So we're going to look in here. Our new marquee, this one is Kix, right? Because he is a new marquee at a discount, and the other two are Tumor Boy and Stingray Man. We have, like, oh, let me just change this because I noticed that I did not put that in correctly. For Kix himself at the bottom tier for 10 shards, we're receiving a negative value. And for the other two marquees, you are receiving essentially a 1.31 value increase percentage, right? That is nothing. They're selling you these characters at face value, and nobody's buying Quiggled or Athano from this. They're here for Kix, and that's a negative. It's ridiculous and it's embarrassing. I know that there is a theory that CG fat fingered some numbers, that they messed something up, that this entire pack is a semi mistake, right? If we look back and we go to like the Temple Guard Ascension, nope, that's an Ascension. Where is Slice of Bundles? Uh, I'll have to fix this later. Temple Guard, Slice of Bundle. We saw at least 11, at least 13 and 15 shards right here at that $59 cost, which is where we see the top end of this slice of bundle that we're looking at right now. We were seeing 50, 55, and 60 shards. And for this pack, we are seeing 25. It's disgusting. But going back to the second spot with the shock prods, battle computers, zetas, and omicrons, listen, if you're only in it for the zetas and you only go to the second tier, then fine, right? Then it is what it is. But I guess if you just want the yellow tier, I don't hate you, okay? And we look at the Omicrons and we go, oh, wow, that's such a crazy value. I'm going to go on record again. I've said this a million times. I don't really believe that they are valued as highly as 481 crystals, but this is the best valuation I can give it based on what is currently in the game. Once we have a better anchor point, we're going to see a significant downshift. But yeah, you want to spend $24 to get those Zetas. We can even, just to kind of mock this up, if your only goal, see, it's not even that great, right? If we were to take the cost and we were to say, I don't even care about those 10 shards, and those are just a waste, and those are just being added for no reason, and I'm not even getting those characters, but I just want the Zetas, you're only getting a 10% increase. Right now, the cost for that particular tier only, the $15, fine. You're getting an 84% increase. That's only if you're going to make use of the marquee shards. And if you're not, right, once again, if you are not, and we are seeing that 24.99, we are seeing such a bottom of the barrel deal here. And then once we get to this green level, to the top level for $59, you are seeing a negative at all tier. Like, this is disgusting. And CG has had so many great wins lately, and CG has been giving us really good valuations lately, that I'm honestly going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm honestly going to say that this is almost definitely a mistake. And I really hope that for the few people that do buy this, that they come out and say, oops, our bad, we are going to send you another 25 to 30 shards. We screwed up. But unless enough people are talking about it, and they're not going to do it, and because there technically is nothing wrong with the pack, there isn't really any legal reason for them to do that. But holy crap, look at this. It is garbage. And I don't normally say that about packs. I will normally say that something is good or something is bad, but this is just a steaming pile of shit. If you do want to buy Hicks, if you need to get him, if you're like, man, I'm going after GL Hondo and I have to get these guys 7 stars, okay, great. My recommendation to you is to grab this 2-pack, and then when the 3-pack comes out right after, grab that as well. I do not know off the top of my head if it is Zetas or Omicrons in the 3-pack. I am pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it's Zetas, but I can't guarantee that. But oh my God, stay away from that slice of bundle. With all of that said, I don't. I hope that this wasn't helpful. I hope that all of you looked at that slice of bundle and you knew, and you were just like, let me click on this video and see what Egnard says. I really hope that that's the case. So I hope that this wasn't helpful. But either way, peace out. Have a great rest of your day.